Craig Harwood at Calcutta. Going over basic tips on cleaning your boat and things that work really well for us and other customers. Going forth, taking care of your non-skid usually is the biggest issue. Your cushions are another issue, but for the most part, I recommend a light either a boat soap, Dawn Platinum, maybe a touch of bleach. Nowadays, the electric pressure washers, in my opinion, are the way to go. I have a smaller boat that I clean with it. It's a 1,750-pound pressure washer. It's just aggressive enough to take care of your non-skid and most of the stains you would incur during fishing, but not so aggressive as to mess anything up as some of your heavier 3,000 PSIs and others can be a little bit too aggressive on some of your softer parts. Typically, we'll come up in here when I'm detailing the boat out after a good day of fishing. I'll try to get the cushions that come right out easy. I'll take them off the boat to clean down below them. Certain cushions I leave alone that I don't touch with the pressure washer. Just a nice, safe cleaner for your cushions. Always try to keep it dry underneath. You know, once you're done cleaning these areas, leave the cushions off and let everything dry before you put them back. Best to, you know, I open up my hatches up front. I get in there with a pressure washer. Because you get a little bit of mildew and stuff that happens in these hatches from having anchors and ropes in here. You get in there with a light pressure washer, maybe a little bit of spray with some soap. Pressure wash it out real good. This drains right out the bottom of the boat. Same with any of your live wells, anything. Just a light wash. The deck is usually the place that takes all the elbow grease. You can save a lot of that with that little pressure washer. Open that thing up. You hardly even need soap or an aggressive scrub brush. Most of the time you can get over the blue one instead of the yellow one, unless you're really into heavy use and you haven't taken care of the boat during the day while you're fishing. If you leave a lot of blood and stuff on the deck, you're making your day harder for yourself at the end of the day. My recommendation, as everybody does, is keep your boat clean as you can while you're fishing to make the end of the day job a relaxing, have a drink, and clean your boat day. Going through, never ever do I spray in here. I hand wipe this area right here. You probably could, but I don't. I get in here with a wet rag, wipe this thing down. Usually this doesn't get too salty. I don't like to pressure wash any of these components whatsoever. I don't like to pressure wash the speakers. Come in here again, light. You can get here with a hose and a little spigot. I get this with a spray bottle and a rag, and I wipe this area off really nice right here. I don't ever hose inside of here. I don't ever hose inside of the console. Always come back here and get my fish boxes again. Little pressure washer. These both drain out the bottom of the boat, so if they're nasty, you pressure wash this, open the valve, take these right out of the bottom of the boat. Hose wash everything up here. You fold the seats out, hose wash that. Same with your fish boxes. Lift up your Seagate and hose your bilges. Reach in there with a spigot, not a pressure washer. Open up your access and hose your bilges out. It just keeps the corrosion and the salt to a null. Keep your plugs out when you're on the high and dry. Let air flow in there and not let the mildew and things build up in your bilges. Just try to keep it as clean as possible. When you start getting that, you start getting slime. Next thing you know, you've got your float switches sticking and other issues you have that you could have not had in the first place if you'd just use a little bit of bleach, a little bit of soap, put it in there, slosh it around, hose it out, let it drain. Hard top, pretty safe to hose off your hard top underneath. Obviously on top of the hard top, you have to get a pressure washer first and let the mess in your boat. Easy to do, get up there with a pressure washer. Motors, I try not to pressure wash my motors. I always try to hand do my motors with a nice soft pad. Try to keep the clear coat and the paint on the cowling as nice for as long as possible. I don't want to put water into areas where I've got air being intaken in my motor, so I try not to blast my motors with the pressure washer. So under the components on the sides of it, all day long you can wash those off, just not on the cowling in areas where it takes air in around it. Under the boat, same trailer, pressure washers work great. Clean your trailer, clean the bottom of your boat. Typically, if it doesn't sit in the water for a long time, you really don't have any issues with the bottom of your boat. Quick blast and get off of it. Maybe a little scrub. Part of your stainless hardware, you start seeing a little bit of rust on your stainless hardware. They make metal waxes that will stop that. Occasionally you can go out there and put metal wax around from your through holes to your rod holders and some other things, and it just keeps them nice and shiny and doesn't let the salt corrode into them and start etching into them and cause surface rust that you see in a lot of stainless hardware.